10 seconds away from being live. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start. We have, I'm going to wait a couple of seconds just to make sure there we go. Okay, so I want to introduce everyone to the World Harmony Project. And this is our first live broadcast, our first live stream. And with me is the awesome, and I really mean awesome, T. Hines. His full name
Hello.
is
How y'all doing?
Tavares. And I had to play a song. You recognize this? This is my favorite song from Tavares.
Who is it?
Tavares. Recognize
Oh,
it?
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Tavares, of
habit
course.
must be misnamed. Let me turn it off before something bad happens to me. They don't like me
Yes,
saying
and I
that.
was named. I was named after that group as well. I was named after that group.
Yeah, and let me tell you a little bit about the World Harmony Project, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Tavares because we're here to talk about hair. And the World Harmony Project takes social issues and we take it down to the grassroots level, the actual lived experience of you and I dealing with these larger cultural and social issues, how it plays out in our lives. So hair, most people don't think about how hair plays out in that way, but there is cultural significance to the hairstyles we choose, and there are impacts in our lives, things like not being hired or getting hired for a job. People making judgments about you. There's ideas about men who are balding or women who have buzz cuts. All that is culturally based. Do you hear an echo? Okay, it's gone. All right, so that's why T is here because he obviously, look at that glorious hair. How could I not ask him to be a guest on the World Harmony Project? So T, one of the things that you said about yourself is that you are an Army veteran, and I do want to thank you for your service. Can you talk a little bit about that, just to give us a little background about you?
Yeah. So when I was 19, I made a decision that I wanted to get out, travel, and see the world. And the military was one of the ways that I could do it. And I was like, I went to to the army. My dad, he was a army veteran, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go. And I wanted to leave North Carolina, and then so I ended up getting stationed in Hawaii, so that's
Mhm.
far away, right? I had a great time, met some wonderful people. We still keep in contact nowadays. Everybody, they still look the same, but they're just getting older. And yeah, I still got a few friends that's still in the military. They are, yeah, like moving up ranks and everything. I
Mhm.
did do a tour over in Iraq, 2006, 2007. That was, yeah, a bit, it was an eye opener and
Yeah.
everything. And, I was thankful for what I have and that I learned while I was over there. And, yeah, that was pretty good.
Was that your first overseas trip?
Um, yes, 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 it was. It was my first time ever, yeah, been on a plane for that long. But Hawaii, it's classified as still in the States, but it's overseas as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, flying over that water, I'll tell you my little experience flying from Atlanta to Hawaii. It's all right flying over land, but then when I was over that water and about to get ready and go in to land, I'm like, oh my gosh, and then the plane started banking right, and I was like, what's happening here? Because I didn't see anything other than water.
Right.
And yeah, so we landed. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in Hawaii, and so you never look back. And once I, step foot on the plane, I just want to get out, travel, see the world, and that's what I do.
Yep.
And look at me.
And now you're in Australia. So I guess I don't know if we should jump into Australia yet because I do want to ask you about your job as a truck driver. Were you
Yeah.
doing that before you went to Australia?
Um. Now, yes, yes, pretty much. I started driving trucks when I was 19. Been in the military, they would train you to drive everything.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I've started, yeah, when I was 19, and that was pretty pretty fun. I like big things, and so yeah, being in a truck was one of them. And I love my job now.
Mhm.
I see different parts of South Australia or parts of Australia that I've never seen before, and I love it because I get paid to drive trucks. I can drive and keep driving. I love it.
Yeah, and we love your snaps. You're pretty active on Snapchat, and we see Australia and all the things you do there. Very cool. And we'll let people know about your snap code before we
Yes.
go or on your page. Um, the other thing, and I have some notes here just to make sure that I ask you about your job as a motivational speaker. That seems to be a passion of yours.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love talking. I love it. Um, So I do this program, Operation Flinders, right? It's taking teens at risk, and we go to the Flinders Ranges here in South Australia. I'll tell you about that later. I put photos up and everything. And so taking teens at risk, we do a 100-kilometer trek. So it's about 75-mile trek over 8 days through rough terrains and all that. It's very challenging, but I enjoyed it. And so when I was employed at Costco, I had a friend who has a friend that worked with kids that do some of the same thing that I do.
Hmm.
And she said, look, she linked us in together. And then I was able to work part of the Smith family. And it's an organization over here for, teens at risk and everything. And so they asked me, they wanted to hear my story. So I told them my story about, the way I grew up and some of the life experiences and changes that I've made. And, it's feel good to give back to, the young people, even though I'm not in the States. That's what I like doing. I like helping, motivating. And so
And you felt
yeah, so we yeah, went down. The chat lasted for about 30 minutes or so, and I didn't think I spoke that long, but I told them my life story in about 30 minutes, and that was yeah. And so they was like, okay, you'll be a great person to have to go around to the schools. So I go around to schools, to assemblies, all sorts, and chatting to the teens. I did a graduation last year, December 14th, matter of fact, and it was pretty good. After speaking to the kids the week before, they invited me to come back for their graduation and speak at their graduation, and that was
uh,
very, very. It was big to me because I had the parents, the grandparents, yeah, and teachers and principals and all sorts of people there. That was pretty cool.
that's wonderful. And do any of them follow you on Snapchat?
No, 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 I don't. No, I don't. For I try to, a motivator, but
Yeah,
sometimes I get a little bit rowdy on Snapchat.
yeah.
But
Well,
I
we
do
were,
have a few high school students over in the U.S. following me, and I contact them like on a daily basis to see how they're going, and if one of them's like struggling, they'll hit me up. Hey, I need this, blah blah blah. I need some motivation or whatever. So I try to chat to them and everything.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I
Um,
love it.
you kind of talked about when you were growing up, and that's sort of a good beginning for a discussion about hair.
Mhm.
And it's kind of funny, you know, we all have different reasons for styling our hair the way we do. Yours is kind of distinctive, so I'm sure that it's something that people recognize you as. This is, the guy with the long hair. So the way to start that is I wanted to ask you what inspired you. We'll start with the hair as we have it now. Then we'll go back to like, when you and I were, kids. I'm older than you are, but I was a kid once. And we both had influences as far as our hair goes. So what inspired you to style your hair like this?
Okay. Um. Well, Edgerrin James, he was a footballer, right? Back for the Indianapolis Colts back in the '90s and stuff, and I played football, but I had cornrows and everything, and yeah, he was dark skinned, and 32 is my favorite, well, one of my favorite numbers, and then so I would call myself Edgerrin James, and he had started his hair about like yours, and I was
Mhm.
like, Edgerrin James, that people say that's who I look like, and because it's my football number, and then so he was my person to go to my role model for my hair, because he was dark skinned and but he was in the NFL and I was still in school, and
Okay.
Yeah.
So was he somebody that you could relate to, you think? Was it a like a racial thing? Was it
Yeah,
somebody?
I mean, yeah, he was African American. He played football at the University of Miami, college
Mhm.
football at the University of Miami. Um, but he was played it with for the Indianapolis Colts, and I was a big Colts fan. I still am, and so I was like, you know what, my football number is 32. Edgerrin James is number 32. He's
Mhm.
dark skinned. I'm dark skinned. So why not?
So it's sort of the football version of "Be Like Mike."
Yes, 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 yes. That's it. That's
Now, is
it.
it Edgerrin?
Edwin, yeah. So
Edgerrin. Okay.
Edegrin, something like
All
that.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to take it back. And my question to you is, what would you say is the first hairstyle when you were young that kind of made that glimmer in your eye, like I can actually do things with my hair and it'll mean something?
Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's a good one. um, well, I had a high top fade, right? And but
And
with that
play.
high top fade, I had a jury curl with it. Yes,
I can't.
yes, and
How'd you do
yeah,
that?
yeah, you can picture that, right? Yeah, and
You defied
you remember
gravity.
was that?
You defied gravity.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, hairstyles change over the years and everything. Seems like it's coming back now,
Yeah.
but it's cool. It wasn't so cool back, transitioning to a different hairstyle. It wasn't cool. Um, yeah, so to go my high top jerry curl fade. I had some circle glasses, like you remember Tommy Ford
Yeah.
from Martin?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh,
Please,
yes, yes,
gotta
yes.
look.
If I could find a photo, I will send it to you, and you can laugh.
Right.
Yeah,
Now, what was your
yeah. So and then from there, and then as I got older, I started
favorite?
had to glue the hair around, and then I started getting cornrows, and yeah, it turns out I was getting my hair done more than my sister was. So every
What were
second
you
day.
thinking? If you can remember the circle glasses and the high top fade with the Jerry curl, like you obviously put that together yourself. Like what motivated you?
Just to be different. Just
Okay.
just to be different. Like, um yeah, just be different, try to, I wouldn't say draw attention to myself, but I did because, it was yeah, it was different.
And
I
did you
just like
get
being different.
like good, bad? What kind of reactions did you get?
Well, you know how many times I got smacked in the head because my head was so skint all the time? Yeah, I'll get smacked often. And like, oh, you get smacked on one side and you look, but the person standing next to you did it. And then get people blowing on your head. Like if I was in class asleep, somebody's blowing on my head. I'm like, oh, who's doing that? Um, yeah, it's yeah, but
Now,
people would make fun of the jerry curl and everything
yes.
because nobody really never seen it. And I would say I was one of the first ones back then in my school to have it.
So you're a
And
pioneer.
yes, yes, I am. So anytime you see a kid or something nowadays with with a little curl in their head, you can think of me.
So I'm
15 years
thinking,
later.
right? I'm thinking that what drove you then was kind of expressing your style and just being different from the others. And did it matter to you? It doesn't sound like it did, but did it matter to you what kind of response you got?
Oh, that froze up a little bit. Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Sure. What did it matter to you what kind of response you got, good or bad?
No, not at all. Not at all. Some people hated it. I remember I was on a bus one day where I was getting made fun of. I can't remember who was doing it, but I was sitting at the back of the bus, back at the bus with this cool kids see that. And yeah, so sitting at the back of the bus and I was getting made fun of, and then this gorgeous female, she said, y'all leave him alone. I was a bit upset. And it's like she really likes my hair because it was different, with my Tommy glasses on. And I was like, either she's like, really being funny about it, or she's really serious. And so
Well,
it turns
which
out
was
that
it?
she's one of my good friends. So
Oh, good. Okay, so she was serious.
yeah,
She was there for you.
yes.
Okay, so that is a pretty wild, look that I can imagine. So,
And I thought I was the man. I had a, just with this smile on my face that was different. My swag back when I was when I was in sixth grade, seventh grade, it was different,
yeah,
with my Tommy glasses on.
yeah. And as far as I mean, we know that hair and race are interconnected. We know that you can make a political statement out of your hair. I mean, we remember the Afro, that was a definite political statement about ethnic pride. Was there any sense of race or ethnicity when you wore your hair the way you did? Was there any pride in that, or did you get any feedback that was racial in nature?
No, no, not at all. I can't remember any racial slurs or anything. It was everybody, had their own styles, and I just had my own unique, weird style.
And was your
Um,
school multiracial, or was it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We had some of everybody in there. We had the Mexicans, the Caucasians,
Mhm.
the few Africans, African Americans. So I mean, yeah, we was very diverse. Every people either had the big afros, cornrows, the high top Jerry curl fade, or a skinhead.
Okay, all right. And then when you got older, at some point, you said that you cut it off.
I did, I did. As I like, how what was the age you talking? Like high school years?
Well, I remember. Well, I know you had to cut it off when you joined the army.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, did you cut it off before then?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I during the summer, I was going to eighth grade, and I wanted a clean slate, so had a close cut and everything, and then so I could grow my hair out. And so all of eighth grade, that's when I developed the afro. And then living in the neighborhoods I grew up in, there was my mom, she would do my hair, and then there was a lady around the corner, she would do neighborhoods like 25, $30 to do our hair. And then so, I didn't really have 25 bucks every second day. So I was, pressuring my mom to do my hair. And, I had my mom to do my hair, my aunt, my cousin to do my hair because, she was really good at doing designs and everything. And then
Yeah,
at that point, Allen Iverson, everybody wanted the Allen Iverson cornrows. And,
yeah.
he would have his hair done, often, different hairstyles and everything. And so I would try to find the best one. If I see somebody at school with, great cornrows, I would, ask them where to get your hair done at. And then, go to Miss Sheila house, she charged X amount of dollars and then I would get it done there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
And then
oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask, when usually when we think of hair, we think of it in terms of women. Women are more concerned about styles and spend a lot of money at the salon, hang out there for hours. And then when you think of guys doing that, people get kind of funny about it and they laugh. But it doesn't sound like you had that experience. It doesn't sound like even when you went to school that the guys were too worried about people thinking they spent too much time on their hair. Am I right or wrong, would you say?
You're absolutely right. Like the guys, I mean, I mean, there was more people than me that would, get their hair done at different times, like at all times. There was a few guys, who was in the same group, one day we come with froze out, next day we got hair done. And then next day, getting their hair taken out in the middle of class. And then the same chick that's taking their hair out, getting their hair done in class,
Yeah.
but, I mean, it was pretty much all in the same group.
Yeah, I remember you saying you went to school with half your hair undone and the other half done.
Yep.
Didn't have enough time.
hmm Yep, I've done that numerous times, and when I think about it, I'm like, wow, that was actually a style too.
Half done and
Um,
undone.
yeah, there was one guy I do remember. I know it's about but it would have he will cut, cut with the clippers,
Yeah.
the designs in his head.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was a bit interesting.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you had to cut your hair. You went to the army, probably buzzed it, right? And
Yes.
when you got out, you had to, it's like start from scratch, I would think.
I did. I've had one haircut since I've been in Australia, and I'm coming up on 9 years in Australia. So as soon as I got out, I started growing. Had my hair. I was like, oh, I need to go to a barber. So over here, I went to a barber, and he was a old Caucasian guy, and yeah, he had no idea what I was talking about. Whatever I said, just give me a bald head, just yeah, make it bald. And I got photos. I'm like, wow, I really had no hair. And so I was like, you know what? I started growing my hair out, and because I was a basketball, I and I see this Sudanese girl, I was like, oh, who do your hair? She goes, oh, I'll do it myself. And then so I started growing my hair out, and then she was able to do my hair. And then from that point, I never looked back until she was starting to charge a little bit more and everything. And so I decided to get my mom to come out to Australia 2 years later when my hair was a decent amount to sort of dreads. I was like, okay, it's time for me to have dreads. And yeah, never cut them since.
Now, does your mom live there in Australia
No,
with you?
no, everybody is still in the United States.
Oh, wow. So now, as an African American traveler, I would be concerned about being able to get my hair done outside of the United States. So, what would you say about that?
Okay, well, if any of my friends want to come over to Australia, you don't have to worry about your hair and everything. We have a African American community in Australia. You go to Sydney. There's a few that lives in Sydney. My hairdressers, they from Ghana and everything, so they crochet my hair. I spend more time at the hairdressers than I spend in my bedroom. Yeah, I'm serious. I don't have hair appointments, right? But if I'm going to Costco, I might say, "Oh, you girls, y'all need anything down at the shop?" Oh yeah, bring us, such and such. I was like, okay, and I go there for about 10 minutes, but end up spending 3 hours there because it's just a great environment to be in.
Yes, I've heard.
It is a great environment to be in because I feel like I'm back at home with my sisters,
Yeah,
and it's great for hear the different African accents and everything. I love it.
I
I love
bet
it,
you do.
but I get my hair done um once every 2 months,
Uh-huh.
but I'm probably down there every other weekend.
Hmm. Just to hang out.
Yeah, just to hang out. Because I just sometimes I feel like I need to be there.
Yeah, it sounds like a cultural kind of uplifting for you. I think you said the word already, but it does, like you said, if it makes you feel like home, I can imagine you
Yeah,
going back there. Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of cool. And I think the barbershops are kind of like that for guys here. It's an
yeah,
environment where you just hang out and be yourself, joke around, be
yeah.
guys, yeah. So of course, I've never had that pleasure of hanging out at a barbershop,
Mm.
but African American barbershops especially are just known. I mean, they're iconic.
Yeah, I do have a barber when I go there, I spend I don't know about 20 to 30 minutes there, just talking because apparently, I bring a different sort of style to, I talk to anybody pretty much. I go in there and just start talking to people. I mean, it's just me. I just like talking.
Yeah.
And yeah, I go in there, how to talk. I just talk. Sometimes I think I talk too much.
Well, it works for a motivational speaker, so don't stop. So I'm gonna end with the discussion of this. So you started this 9 years ago, you said,
Yep.
right? 9 years. Now, how long have I had mine? Not that long. My hair grows very slowly. It grows faster when you do it like this, but it
Yeah.
grows slowly. Your hair is pretty long. So do you
Yes.
have,
You want to have
do
a
you have
look?
any?
Backside?
Yes, of course. Show it off.
I mean,
You got a lot.
yeah. it's. I mean, I've known guys. A few of my friends, they dreads are touching their butts. So
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know if I can go that long. But sometimes, my hair do get a bit of it annoys me a little bit how long it takes
yeah.
your size. I was like, yeah, it takes about, I don't know, about 5-10 minutes or so to dry, and now it takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, on
Yeah,
some days I don't even dry it because I can't be bothered doing it because it takes too long.
right, right. Yeah, and when it's thick like this, and yours looks like it's that
Yeah,
way, it does. It does take extra long time to dry it. So yeah, it'll be wet
yeah,
all day. And I'll take it back, because it's so thick.
yeah.
It's still damp in there. So I understand. So what do you do for hair care? Like, is there products that you buy at the
Yes,
African hair
yes.
places?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I have pretty much I have three different types of. I have the stuff that make my dreads smell good, and then I have two bottles of conditioner.
Hmm.
So because I work with concrete and everything, for the conditioner that I use it every second day. But say, if I'm feeling like I'm gonna be looking nice for the week, I use something different.
Okay, you got a routine.
Um, yeah. And so, but I wash my hair twice a week. And sometimes 3 or 4 times a week, depends on how much concrete I get in my hair. And then, so last time I got my hair done, about a month ago, my hairdresser, she actually was mad at me because, my hair was a bit dry. Usually it's conditioned when I go in there because I look after my hair. And,
Yeah.
yeah, when I got there, she just, I shouldn't even do your hair. I should charge you extra because it's so bad. And then, so they gave me some extra stuff as well. So, yeah, so it just made me want to look after my hair a little bit more.
Now she crochets it, right? So
Yep.
she's working on the new growth each time.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, she take this here and then yeah, she take it. You probably might be able to see there. I don't know. No, you can't really see, but yeah, she'll take this and then just keep hooking it through till it's tight.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
and sometimes it hurts. Depends on who's doing.
Yeah.
I just talk smack to her all the time, and if she's doing my head, you better be nice to me, or else I have the power to make you cry.
Now, do you
Yeah.
know any other guys there that have dreads like yours?
No, I don't actually. The few that I know here, like in South Australia, they have close cuts, and there was ex-military as well. So
Okay. So you just want the
yeah, but
opposite.
I have a few friends in Sydney that have dreads, and I have a few in Melbourne, Australia that have dreads. So,
Hmm.
but none here in South Australia.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I really admire your hair. I think it looks nice, and I admire the fact that you take care of it so scrupulously. Because a lot of guys get a little sloppy with it, and you can kind of tell it's kind of old,
yeah,
and you keep up with it. So
I
that's
do,
pretty
I
cool.
do, I do.
Yeah, it's
'Cause-
not easy. I have to admit, I've let mine go sometimes.
Yeah,
It's money.
yeah.
Um,
When I was working in the desert, the outback, um, I went about 6, 7 months without getting my hair done.
mhm.
And then when I went to go get my hair done, the ripping, the cutting, oh, that was too much. I was like, you
Yeah,
know what? That's yeah, maintain my hair so I don't have to go through that stuff again.
that's right. You only need to do
Yeah,
that once, and you never want to go through that again.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, big mistake, and because I mean, so tender and things up there. So
Yeah. Okay, so now we'll get back to, since we've discussed the hair, we wanted to get back to you. You wanted to talk about, I think, your motivational speaking job, but there was something that you wanted to elaborate on a little bit.
oh yeah, so I do travel around to different schools around South Australia, chatting to like some of the kids and everything, try to uplift them and everything. I mean, I've met some kids that really have the goals and stuff to they're dreaming big, but
Hmm.
then they in the environment where people constantly bringing them down and things like that, and so eventually. I'm hoping at some point to have a little program that I can run with the kids and everything. If I can, talk to some of my friends in the U.S., see what they're doing. I do have a few people that does things with kids over there. And then,
Hmm.
maybe someday, the government, we can do a swap, we can send some kids to get out and travel because that's what I like doing. If I like traveling, you should like traveling. Whoever's watching this should like traveling. If you don't like traveling, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's awesome. A lot
Yeah.
of people in the United States do not travel. We may go to Canada, might go to Mexico, but a lot of us do not have world traveling experience. So we're not
Yeah.
at all like Europeans who are just used to go zip, 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 and even in
Yeah.
Australia, I hear a lot of people are used to traveling, and
Yes.
Australia is huge, but yeah, I know a lot of it is desert. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's this a thing about the United States where only a relatively small percentage actually get out and travel the world. What would you
Yeah.
say to encourage people in the United States, especially young people, but also the rest of us? How would what would you say to us as far as traveling?
Step out of your comfort zone. Go out there, see what's out there. Even if you just go to like let's say you live in Las Vegas, just go to like South Dakota or somewhere, go see Mount Rushmore. You're like, wow, this is totally different.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I left North Carolina. What my first traveling that I can remember is going up to the White House. I was in a group project unity, went to the White House, and that opened my eyes. I'm like, wow, I can go anywhere in the world that I want to because I had a mentor, Mr. Woodard. Yeah, he took us to the White House, and that was great. And I was like, he had a chat to me. You can, travel the world, and
Yeah.
look at me. That's what I'm doing, traveling the world. And I would try to tell other people, step out of your comfort zone, go, go, I don't know, 10 hours away or something and just see what it's like. Try
Hmm.
to set an example for my siblings, to get out there and travel. That's where it starts. It starts at home. And, I say, look, travel, get out, travel. My little sister, she's in the military, but I think she might be going to Germany or whatever in I don't know, 3 years or something. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on the other two, and then I got my young brother. He wanted to possibly go in the military as well, but then he's way bigger than I am, and he's looking at playing football next year. So he could hopefully get a scholarship and go to the NFL. I didn't do it. My brother didn't do it. So it's pressure on the baby to get out there and bust his butt and go to the NFL and make his big brother some money so I can retire.
That's right.
No, but traveling has been a big part of my life, and I won't stop it for the world.
Yeah,
Um,
I could
when
tell.
I was just chatting to one of my good friends today, Ashley, and he was like, man, so like we go to get a place together. Is there anything? And I said, dude, we get a place together. I'm gonna need everything because when I first came to Australia, I had two suitcases. In the suitcase was my PlayStation and my TV, right? And then so now I've upgraded to three suitcases. And just by being a traveler, you just travel, travel.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, we'll probably have to have you on again so you can talk about travel tips.
Yeah. Oh yes. And I have my own little traveling business as well.
All right. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. And speaking of
Yes.
that, shameless plug time. We'll copy the chat snap on Twitter and do shameless plug. So tell us
Okay.
how you want to be contacted. If anybody has questions about what you do or about your glorious hair, your mentorship of youth, how can we contact you?
Hit me up on my Facebook page, Tavara Times public page. You can hit me up on there. Snapchat is thines36. Hit me up there. If you guys, let me see, email is thines36@hotmail.com. Let's see, what else do I have? Yeah.
Twitter.
Twitter, yes, Twitter. It's all in uppercase. It's Mr. _Mad Mafia. And yeah, that's it. Oh, emails, yeah, cover that. Instagram, it's TEEVARES.
That's it? There's nobody else named Tavares on Instagram?
No, no, I don't think you'll find me. You'll find me. I'm always posting. If you want to find me on Instagram, look for hashtag Dreadhead Nation or Dread Gang. You will see me.
All right. Well, T, I really enjoyed talking to you, and I think you're inspirational. The traveling, the boldness that you have, you're your own unique human being, and I think that that would show to the children that you work with and the youth who need that kind of a role model. So congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and I enjoy it. Hopefully, we can do this again soon.
Yeah, but maybe we'll not need 3 or 4 tries to get it right.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. And I think you have to end the broadcast because you started it.
That is true. I always start something.
You do, don't you? Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank y'all. People, what's happening?